Hey everyone, and welcome to Gotta Go Orlando, and in today's video we're going to take a deep dive and look into the brand new Monsters Inc. land based on the 2001 beloved movie, which is coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios here at Walt Disney World, which was announced at D23 Horizon Panel, or as everybody else calls it, Parks Panel. The rumour for this land has been flying around for at least 20 years, and we didn't even know this announcement was coming. We will cover all aspects of the new land, what we think will be coming to the land, and how long it will take. Just in case you've been living under a rock and you're wondering what this land is going to be based on, the land will be based on the movie on the enchanting world of Pixar's legendary creation, Monsters Inc. Let's rewind to 2001, when the big screen lit up with the heart-pounding adventures of two monster buddies, James P. Sullivan aka Sully and the one-eyed wonder Mike Wazowski. Together these monster pals worked at Monster Inc., the coolest screen processing factory in Monsterville. But hold on to your hats, because everything turned topsy-turvy when a little girl, Boo, showed up and made their world go bonkers with giggles. This sensational movie isn't just any animated flick, it's a whirlwind of stunning animation packed with characters that steal your heart and a story that warms your soul. Get ready to get swept away in this brand new land. So let's dive into where we think this land is gonna go and why. At D23 we got two pieces of artwork, and for me both pieces of artwork were done two separate times, possibly with a couple of years in between, and two different artists. First rendering shows the area known as the Muppets Courtyard, and I do feel like this was the existing plan maybe from a couple of years ago. Then the second image we received was looking more like the animation courtyard area, and the style of artwork is completely different to the first piece as shown right now. So let's look at both areas and see how the new land would fit. First up, we've got Muppet Vision 3D site nestled snugly in Hollywood Studios Grand Avenue. You might remember this treasure trove as the Muppets Courtyard. This spot isn't just home to the classic Muppet Vision 3D, it's also where you can feast on not one but two restaurants, and one of them restaurants is the Muppets themed quick serve pizza Rizzo. This area would need a considerable amount of work to convert the area into something that would resemble the artwork provided by Walt Disney Imagineering. We feel you would need to remove the three main buildings in the area highlighted on the map now. And in this area the only building that would survive would be the Muppets 3D Vision stage building. Everything else in this area would be removed to make way for the new ride building and play area and storefronts. Now let's shift our gaze to the second potential hotspot, the Animation Courtyard, once the bustling starting point for tours of the park's production studios. This gem beckons with a squared studio arch entrance, reminiscent of a bona fide Hollywood studio lot. The Animation Courtyard isn't just an old nook, it's a treasure trove bursting with meet and greets such as Darth Vader, Chewbacca and BB-8. Also Visa card members have photo opportunities. Then we have the Star Wars Theatre, which is closed at present, which seems to be a big waste of space. Two live shows take centre stage here as well. Up first is Disney's Junior Play and Dance, live on stage, formerly known as Playhouse Disney Live on Stage, featuring puppets and characters from Disney Junior shows including Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and Sophia the First. But wait, that's not all. You've got even more meet and greets outside with Pluto, Doc McScuffins, Fancy Nancy and Vampirina. Then right across the plaza on the corner we have Voyage of the Little Mermaid, immersing audiences in an enchanting world of the 1989 Disney classic. This show goes all out with glow-in-the-dark puppets, lasers, music, projectors, human actors and water effects, bringing your favourite scenes of song and film to life in a mesmerising spectacular. Now as it stands, this show is due to return with a brand new look this fall. Now we're going to be dishing out some solid reasoning here. It appears that this area, the animation courtyard, is stealing the spotlight, and all for the right reasons. With general space in mind, it seems like a more fitting pick. Plus it's a win-win because Disney wouldn't need to send the wrecking balls to all the buildings in the area for their grand plans. In fact, you would only need to remove Star Wars Launch Bay, the offices at the rear, and the canopy from Little Mermaid. Oh, and this week as well, we had a little bit of news that some office reshuffling has already kick-started in this area. But shush, we wasn't meant to know about that. Yes, Disney would need to build new offices, or maybe they've got the capacity for offices in other buildings. Then they could just build a roller coaster and wrap the building around it, a bit like when they did Tron Light Cycle Run at the Magic Kingdom. But this would free up a lot of space and possibly future space for expansion. On the flip side, with the Grand Avenue area, we would see a few buildings being removed, such as Pizza Rizzo, Mama Melrose Ristorante Italiano, and the big gift shop in the middle, which at present isn't being used. Then if they need even more space, they could take out Star Tours. But personally, would you get rid of this after you've just updated it with new mission options, where the other side is literally just meet and greets and a couple of shows? So what's your thoughts on these two options, or maybe you've got a third? Let us know down below. So let's take a look at some of the details the new land will have. When you walk into this new land, the main ride building will stand tall with the large factory facade and home to the main attraction. So the artwork on screen right now is based on the animation courtyard area. The main ride building, which is located at point 1, this is the building that will house the Doors roller coaster, pre-show and exit store, and we'll go into more detail about the roller coaster shortly. Point 2 in this area is the children's play area with what looks like soft flooring and a Sully slide, and for sure we'll have a Mike slide and other play area interactive elements, much like what you would find at Universal's DreamWorks Land. Then we also have the main meet and greet, which are shown as an outdoor area marked on the artwork as point 4 in the centre of the land, but we do think there will also be an indoor area for them hot and rainy days. Location 5 on this piece of artwork. This could be a new and revamped theatre for the Laugh Floor, which could be relocated from the Magic Kingdom to Tomorrowland, but this is just a rumour and nothing has been set in stone as yet. For sure this would make sense, as the show being moved over would fit right into the new land without needing much work, just an update to the existing theatre. The next item on this artwork is a van, which could be some form of quick serve located in the centre of the land. This van could be for coffee or candy floss, well, this type of treats. Now I do feel that the ice creams shown in the next image will have a store location, as the high standards of details in the ice creams would be hard to pull off in a small van. Shown at location 6, we can see a row of storefronts, one which is most likely to be that ice cream store. Then we also have an upper window which is open. This could be for 2 reasons, the first being a live interactive talking meet and greet, or the window could be open to play sound for a Monsters Inc. parade. Also in this image you can see lounge flies being sold and monster babies. Will you have a class to train how to look after your monster, or will you build your own monster with colours, sounds and shapes, much like the droid building at Galaxy's Edge? Then in both illustrations, past and present, you can see that there is a sushi bar, just like in the Monsters Inc. movie, called Harryhausen's. So could we be getting that restaurant serving seafood options, and could we also have an interactive octopus animatronic in the centre of the dining room? It was mentioned in D23 that Disney Imagineering are working on new and bigger animatronics, but we have to remember this is just an illustration, just giving us an overall feel of the land on how it could look and could feel, and for sure we could see many changes over the next year or so we shouldn't look too much into this being the factual depiction of this space, but it does give us a good idea of the direction we're heading towards. Now we're going to move on to the main attraction, the Doors coaster. Now if you've been dreaming of riding through the door vault since the movie when it was released in 2001, you're not alone. Josh D'Amaro has been thinking about this too. Quoted at D23 by Josh D'Amaro, "The first time I saw Monsters Inc. all I wanted to do was ride on one of those doors like Mike and Sully. You'll go into the factory and experience the first suspended coaster ever in a Disney park. Remember in the movie how those claws grab the doors and hoist them up into the air to take them away? We're gonna do that too, and you're going along for the ride. The coaster will put you right in the middle of the monster action. Just be sure to fill out your paperwork with Roz, as Roz is always watching." At D23, the project team unveiled an attraction model, giving us a look at what this coaster could look like and how it could potentially operate, which you can see here. The Doors coaster could potentially be a groundbreaking attraction, as it has the potential to be the world's first vertical lift suspended roller coaster, and the coaster is designed to run with 4 or more ride vehicles, each accommodating up to 10 riders. From what we can see in the artwork and ride model, the operational flow of the coaster involves a unique system where 2 platforms facilitate the loading process for 4 ride vehicles. Once the first 2 trains have loaded their passengers, they will ascend vertically, giving you the sensation like a giant claw came along and picked you up. Once the first 2 trains reach the top of the lift, they will be dispatched, one at a time. This will be done with a set of switch tracks, which will add the trains onto the main ride layout, one at a time. Once the vertical lift has dispatched both trains, it will lower to the loading platform. Simultaneously, the second platform will rise with ride vehicle 3 and 4. This will mean that there will always be 2 ride vehicles at the top of the lift and 2 at the bottom. This dynamic ensures that 2 trains are navigating the ride layout while the other 2 are loading, meaning that the Doors coaster has an efficient, constant flow of riders. Notably in this model, this coaster model deviates from more traditional designs, as it doesn't seem to have a drop. Looking at this model and where the arrow is now, the coaster seems to look like it operates more like a powered coaster, much like a Mack Ride's Runaway Mine Train, or similar to the Gazimba coaster at Serengeti Park. And with it being a powered model, the speed can be regulated to provide show elements throughout the attraction. We also expect a mixture of physical set pieces, animatronics and screens to be used within the attraction. For now, this is just a guess, and it will be fun to watch this project move forwards, but only time will tell, and we really can't wait to see the finished coaster and take it for a ride. The opening of this land is quoted to be in the next 5 years, but it all depends on where it will be located. But we've been given a 5-year window, which is definitely better than a decade. But we feel this land could be turned around quite fast if they use the X animation courtyard area, as the only physical building changes needed is the canopy to the Little Mermaid stage show and the main roller coaster building, which would be located on the Star Wars launch bay, which would mean flattening the area, building a coaster and then building the building around it, as we think it would be a lot harder to install the coaster into an existing structure. But it all depends on how much they want to spend or save on this project. The main question is, are you happy to see the land being added to Hollywood Studios? For me, I'm happy to see this addition being added. This park has always been busy with long wait times, so adding this new area will spread out the people a bit more, especially if the laugh floor is added and Little Mermaid opens in fall. And I think the best thing is finally Monsters Inc. will have a proper home instead of it being spread over 2 parks. And we're getting a suspended roller coaster, so this is what we think can happen with the brand new Monsters Inc. land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. What do you think? Comment down below, as we'd love to hear your thoughts. Please don't forget to smash subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell and share with your friends and family, as this really helps the channel grow. Want even more Orlando, Florida updates? don't forget to check out our website that covers everything that's happening here in Orlando, Florida, gottagoorlando.com. Want to support our channel? We have Patreon, the link is in the description down below. Now get out there and go and make some memories, and all I can say right now is TikTok, gotta go Orlando, guys, and don't forget about these two videos right here.